All right, everybody all right? It's to hear, it's to be here. Out of Connie Yahuwah. I don't appreciate it. Somebody not here. We're not talking about in the building. We're talking about on the land of the living. Appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for everything he does, what he's done, and what he is doing. So make no mistakes. There's always another situation for everybody here. I'm a believer that Mr. Yahuwah had more than one situation for every person. So if your situation don't fit you, he got another one. Now, whether it be the situation you like, that's another story. But learn to appreciate the one you got. If it's just really, really bad, he got one that's better. So it's always time to consider whatever your situation is, where you could be and where you're at. So you can start making plans to make sure you're right at the end of the day. I know I asked y'all, pretty regular, I believe, have y'all been considering your salvation? It should be a daily consideration. It shouldn't be something you be doing periodically. It need to be a daily consideration because every day you live, you're closer to death. So that means you need to make sure that you're ready when you get ready to get out of here. You don't want to do like some people, start scrambling at the last minute on your deathbed. You want to try to make sure you're right while you're on this side. This is the only time, the only place to give us opportunity to get it right. When we leave from here, after that, that'd be the mosh pot. That's the only other thing you can come back, you'll ever see light again for the mosh pot. So if you don't have this right, you already know where you're going to mosh pot. It's unfortunate that some people have come through and played the whole time and got opportunity at the point of moot to consider. You can't get no restitution to fix this. You're going as far as you can go. I'll see you in the mosh pot. There he's looking to plead with everybody. He'll do all his pleading, he'll do all his deciding right there in the mosh pot. That's why it's to our benefit to make sure we're right. I don't know if y'all seen on the news today, they had another so-called Negro shot in California. He was shot for carrying an AK-47. Y'all seen it? He had a call about him in an AK-47, which wound up being an auto part in his hand. While one officer clearly told the other officers on cam, it's not a gun. He said, no, bro, it's not a gun. But it's routine. Let's go ahead and shoot anyway. Especially, typically, if I'm correct, you can shoot when it's a threat to you and other people. You don't typically shoot somebody that's going away from you. Coming towards you, differently. Going away from you, this don't make a whole lot of sense. Unless they're a threat to somebody that's running in a crowd. But, you're dealing with white boys in California. And some of them, then you got to look at the person who made the call. Some idiot made the call and say he had an AK-47. And a lot of this start, and this is what I tell everybody, especially for our people. We're in a situation where it's a constant clash with the police. Some of it is just due to police stupidity. A lot of police officers shouldn't be police officers simply because they don't have the merit warrant to carry that responsibility. You're giving a person responsibility. You could pull somebody over. You can end their whole life right down a traffic stop. One arrest that you make, a decision you make, would just totally end somebody's total life. I'm talking about this goes, depending on what you do for a living, it's some jobs you can't get back. It's just some jobs, certain things you get, you're done. I mean, you can end a person's career. That's just simply how much responsibility you're giving a person with a gun and a badge. And the gun and the badge is one thing. I mean, the gun is the one thing you look at killing you. But, depending on the arrest, depending on the charges, it can pretty much end your life there as far as you making an income to provide for your family. So I say definitely it should be a lot more evaluating, a lot more considering before you give a person that type of responsibility. Because, I mean, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. I mean, a pullover can wind up your car going impound and you going to jail, your car racking up, you can't afford to get it out, you can't afford the bond, you need representation. Lawyers minimum about $4.50 an hour, depending on what you're getting, depending on your charges. I mean, this can pretty much wreck a lot of people's lives for them. And they can say, well, I'm just doing my job. At some point, I don't care what your job is, whether it's data, mechanic, whatever it is, at some point you got a job, but at some point common sense had to kick in. And it has to be a point where people have, I don't know if it's the word, humanity, where you have a care for people, and to where you look and say, if this was me, Would I want the benefit of the doubt? If this was me, would I want somebody to give me a chance? Especially if it's not something like you robbing a bank, there's no benefit of the doubt. I got to take it to jail. No, I want to let you go, bro. No, this is serious. You know, we're talking about I pull you over, it's a ticket, and it's one of them things, you ain't hurt nobody, you ain't in danger of hurting nobody. Although this is something you shouldn't have been doing, is it worth go ahead and putting you through something that could really spiral out and, you know, could be detrimental somewhere else to you? I think everybody should consider that, from the people to the police to the police to the people. I think that's something none of us have sat down and considered. The people that wear badges and wear guns and wear billy clubs and wear tasers and wear whatever camcorders or whatever things called, body cam, are people too. The only thing separate us is a piece of metal on their uniform and a gun on their side and a taser and pepper spray and authority. But as far as that, everybody people. And I don't know why it's so hard for people to just be people. I mean, at the end of the day, why we all can't just be fair with people? What would you want somebody to do to you? Would you want somebody the first time you open your mouth, the first time you do something, the first time you make a mistake, take you straight to jail? I'm not talking about just you. The same thing with them. Would you want somebody to come to you with heightened aggression, or you want somebody to come to you with respect? If everybody get what they want, I assure you, we all be a lot better people. But for whatever reason it is, nobody consider the other person. Nobody consider what actually causes us to get into a lot of conflict we have. And it's the way we deal with each other. It's bad. The police is on standby for the citizen. The citizens is on standby for the police. So right now, everybody ought to stand off. It's just a matter of who's going to shoot first. That's where we at. And the whole reason why we here, because we got politicians who in it for the money, who not in it for the people. All of them tell lies. What they want, I don't care, Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, everybody's a liar. All of them are liars. None of them are for the people. They can say they're for the people till they get the position and they realize it's all business. These people get paid not just from their regular checks. There's not enough money for them. They get money for deals that they sign off on, legislation they help pass. That's how these people get paid. That's how they make their real money. That's why they sit in these jobs for life. All these jobs should be limited. That'd be it. Give them 1-2 terms at best, get you out of him. We got people sitting in these jobs for 30, 40, 50 years, don't change. Nobody run against them. They lifetime incompetent, just like John Lewis was. I don't know what his claim to fame is. These people, if you using Dr. King getting whooped up, I don't know what they got to do with you. You ain't Dr. King. You ain't going to never be Dr. King. Your lips is a little more bubbly. That man had champagne lips. I believe, yeah, Dr. King had some lips, but he didn't talk like champagne. Dr. King had the fattest, smoothest lips you ever heard in your life. What Dr. King can say, shoot, man. That talking about that Me Too movement, ain't no one gonna come and say Dr. King raped, not the way he talked to him. I've been looking at you. That's a nice booty you got on you there. Like Dr. King, I mean, you be coming, Dr. King. Mm-hmm. You know, I like to go to your mountaintop and look over. What you do, Dr. King? That Dr. King. But I like, if I was still in the street, I'd give me a recording of Dr. King talking dirty. Walk up to a girl, just cut on my pocket, like Dr. And I said, don't look funny, this is Dr. King. Y'all all right? I don't know, these singers, y'all better get your recording. He ain't doing no better. How you gonna do work with a recording in your pocket, Dr. King talking slutty? I like to do some Netflix and chill. That Dr. King. Dr. King said, come on, man. If they letting these street niggas out here no job, no game, I know what Dr. King voice said. Shoot, boy, you finna get ready. Y'all all right? That better than playing some Luther Vandross. Hello? A house is not a home. Man, you let Dr. King sing that thing? Boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Dr. King saying a house is not a home? You can do R. Kelly, get ready. Seem like you're ready. What you doing? Man, Dr. King break out that thing? You talking about Dr. King tell you seem like you're ready. Now, these folks don't appreciate that. I get all them CDs, load my car up. Put her, she be like, what we going to listen to? You? What you going to listen to, Baby Faith? No. What we going to listen to? What we going to listen to? Terry Cat? No. Dr. King. Stop that Dr. King and on them. Y'all all right? Folks don't appreciate all that hard work Dr. King did. I'm going to make my own. I'm going to get Dr. King, but I had to go back and do all that. Seem like you're ready. What's some other gun? I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Dr. King, she going to look at that. I mean, she might be like she don't want to do them. She be like, Dr. King said it. What you going to do when Dr. King said it? He don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. They'll tell you, that Dr. King. They don't appreciate that. I could have used Dr. King. Dr. King would be a big help to y'all. He ain't do nothing for the civil rights movement. Y'all still a nigga. But he could have got something he got. They could have been married by now. Hello? He ain't had no charge pressed against him either. Dr. King put a whole new look on that date rape, didn't he? Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Folks don't appreciate nothing, huh? Like I said, they said some good in everybody. You got to look for it. Isn't that right? It's sitting out somewhere, way down in the crevices back down in there. And that back down in the nitty-gritty part, it's something in there. I don't know where it's at. You got to keep digging, though. I ain't looking for it. I just want to be right when Yahusha will come. If y'all got plans on trying to be right before you get him? Yes, sir. That crick, you hanging in there for a minute. They ease down on them a little bit. They be tired, and they be tired, boy. That thing weighing them down, hanging down. Had to get him something. I do some eye exercise. Put some plates on there, like do dumbbells. Just put them, get your eye, make your eyes just curl them. Whatever. How many of y'all tired? I've been tired. I stay tired. When I get out of tired, I don't know what to do. Ain't that right? I might be in heaven if I stop being tired. Ain't that right? Woo! I tell you what, man, the older you get, the tighter you get. Ain't that right? You realize it's just a cycle of life. Life just gets you going and gets you going. So old people say be gnawing off. You like, boy, they just be gnawing off. You be giggling. Now you old, you're gnawed off. Well, you be laughing. You like, they just sitting there and just gnawed off. They be undone something. You keep doing what you're doing, you don't put some time in, you'll know you'll start gnawing off too. So young people, y'all don't be undone there. Other than some video game playing with them phones, they ain't nothing. You got him, man, you got to get here and make a living, make a way. You get beat up by that racist system and all that hatred and everything I did, then the stuff you deal with your own people. It ain't just with the system. The system compile our people too. We our own worst enemy, believe it or not. I can't talk to y'all enough about how bad the relationship is between the so-called Negro man and the so-called Negro woman. It's terrible. That is our communication, the way we view each other, the way we respect each other. If we can't be together, we at least ought to respect each other better. And then I'm telling you, it's bad when black folk break up. Man, niggas hate you to death. Ain't that right? They don't want you to breathe or nothing. They don't want you to live. White folk don't be trying to kill nobody. They don't want nobody dead. They just keep moving. It's life. We ain't make it. We ain't make it. I got to keep moving at the end of the day. Once you go in and process where we at, from there, I got to keep moving. I can't give you but so much time. You give people too much time and energy for you, man, you're a waste away. A lot of times people do that, man. I don't never let nobody get that much of your life and make you waste away. So I can't give you that much. Once I know where you at and I know where I'm at, then I just got to move from now. That's just be honest. I can't give people too much of my energy. I just can't give it. They take too much energy to hate you forever. I got to keep reminding myself every now and then. That time I could be used on something else. Keep trying to go back and praying for you to die and mess around, I'd be undied. And look at how much time I put in you. I could have made something out of myself. All my time to go back and lay in that casket like, nigga, you wasted about 30 years right here hoping somebody else died. You could have done something with yourself. I'm telling you, man, people in life got a way. If you don't learn the trick to life, you'll lose. Everything got a trick. When I say a trick, not like a trick like it's a con or a scheme, but if you don't learn how to go through life, man, life will go through you. It'll run you through. You got to get smart in life. You got to learn how to, I use navigate a lot. You got to know how to navigate. You get some people out there, you get people that get out on the ocean and you can have a cruise. You can sail easy. You get people out with a raft, man, they wind up getting shipwrecked, tossed over, torn up. It's a lot of stuff happening to people out there on the ocean. Not to everybody, but some people know how to navigate. So they made preparation to get out there to navigate. They already anticipate the weather, they anticipate the wave, the depth, everything. So for them, it's what they call smooth sailing. You just jump out there with a raft or one of them little blow-up boats, man, that thing gonna crash you through. So you gotta learn how to navigate. You gotta learn how to make preparation when you're going through him. And it took me a time to learn how to kind of put things together and learn how to cycle and move through this thing. But I tell you what, it's a trick to it. I done seen a lot of y'all do it. I think it's pretty dumb. I think it's a pretty dumb idea what you're doing. It's just a matter of time your raft gonna get tore up. You can't operate like that. I said, man, you don't see no unmanned ship out there. They got people on that ship know how to operate it. Everybody got a specific job they can do and know what to do when certain things happen. They already anticipate things can happen. And you put people in play for that, so when these things happen, everybody jump into play and know what to do. Although that ship's sitting out there in the ocean, they know how to put a fire out too. You think they worry about we in the water, where could a fire come from? That's how you think. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. They'll never do that. They got a hole. They ain't stupid. We got here in the water. We know a fire can break out. We got things that can cause fire. Things can happen on themselves. So they got people, they train people to anticipate all these things happening. And you just kind of going through with a wing and a prayer. The greatest American hero. Can't hardly stay in the air. It is. A lot of y'all watching. I just want to tell you because it'll kill you, which you don't know you already have dead. A lot of stuff I see y'all do, I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. You got to have a better plan you're going through him. Just waking up and just praying every morning something happen, I can't live my life like that. I had to anticipate. You always got to be anticipating. That's when you get through him. Things happen. Okay, I'll go ahead and do it. A lot of people don't know. You jump out in the ocean, depending on where you're at, you can hit a sand barge in the water. People don't look at it, they just see the water on top. It's some place you play around, it's sand barges right now. And then people hit them too. Remember that captain they had in Italy? He wanted to run by and let one of his work on the ship, want to go by the island close enough where he could blow the horn. That man lost his job. People died. Flipped that ship over. And he should be in prison for the rest of his life and everybody in their family life. Because you're an idiot. You got to anticipate it. That's your job, to know the water, know what you're doing, brother. This is not smart. Certain things you do not smart. And a lot of times y'all do stuff, man, it's just not smart. Best thing you do is get your salvation first. Where you put your salvation at is just how you live your life. It ain't hard to tell where y'all at your salvation. I watch how you live your life. It's too uncertain. You're not really staying focused on what you're doing, and you're going to lose every time. It's things you got to put into play first. Your salvation got to be primary over everything you're doing. But, I mean, everybody different. You know how it is. Maybe it just pop up on you out of nowhere and you'll just get it. You know, sometimes, you know, Jesus merciful. He might just be handing them out sometime. You don't have to do nothing anyway. Jesus paid it all. You just keep going, just keep doing it. One day you just pop up, you just saved. That's how you used to believe. And you live like that too. That's dangerous. Nobody's just going to be saved for no reason. People are going to be saved according to just like it said. That's it. Make no mistake. It ain't going to happen. You can pray all you want to pray. It's going to happen the way the man intended to be. It's just like he wrote it out. What prayer you going to pray that's going to come out different than what's been written? Why would I be praying a prayer different than what he already stated? How you got to believe? Lord Jesus, in the name of heaven, God, just start saving people. I know what the words say, but you bigger than your word. That can't stop you. People want to be saved. Just do it right now. In the name of Jesus. You're an idiot. Only an idiot would pray something like that. Everything the man gonna do is gonna be just like his word. We read on Kamishi Layla, they called Wednesday night. When they came back and they said Yahuwah, it did it unto them. What was it? Just like he intended. Just like he said it. No prayer getting you out of that. Everything that man intended to do, he gonna do it. Just like everybody he intended to save. He intended to save them who are mine on him. Just like the scripture said. He don't have no different intent. Now you might have a different intent that you can feel like, well, I don't believe everything, but I feel like I believe enough. And he has absolutely no plan for you but Sheol. Everybody he gonna say a man on him just like the scripture said. Now what prayer can you pray? What word can be done to get you out of that? Even Yahusha said that. That's how you get in the Ruach HaKodesh. Why would you be trying to receive something that you can't possibly get except you get it the way he said it? See, that's why it's so important for us to to pay strict attention to what the man is saying. You got to have a listening ear, because little things that you're missing are going to be key components on whether or not solidify your salvation or not. You know, you go ahead and take a chance and say, well, none of us know. If none of us know, why did he leave direct information for us? How things should be done? That's how you're going to know. If you do it just like he said it, that's how you're going to know. How else would I know it? Some figment of your imagination just jump on the scene and just start giving you information? Doesn't happen. Everything had to be done just like it's written. That's the only thing he certifies. That's the only thing that can be verified. Anything you're doing outside of what he told you, I can't verify it. I don't know how it's going to happen. Go to the bank, write a check. You know you don't have nothing. But maybe, just maybe, some kind of way, some money has magically appeared in your account. And you have a negative balance. And something happened out of nowhere by chance, and some mysterious money got in your account. And you write that check and you pray in hopes and anticipation that that has happened. What's the chance of it?
0.
Same thing you praying on you being saved, you ain't done it just like he told you. It makes absolutely no sense. It couldn't have gotten in there unless you put it in there. Hello? Unless someone had access to your account to put it in there. And you had to give them that access. Who do you know that just goes around putting money in your account? Wow. And you think somebody just giving you the Ruach HaKodesh and you've done nothing to earn it, deserve it? When the criteria, that means a Christian, we all kind of look there, you know. Hope for the best. You know, that's all you can do, just hope for the best, do what you can. How many of y'all been told, just do what you can, do the best you can? All you gotta do, look that up right quick. Get your phone, look it up. Y'all got to look it up in the Bible. Find, do the best you can. Listen, as fabricated of a liar and perverted as the King James Version is, he didn't even put it in there. He said, I told a bunch of lies. I told them it was 6 commandments. He said, I can't even tell that lie. I told them folks to get baptized in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Ghost. But I can't tell them folks do the best you can. It ain't in there. As much as they lie, you would think it would. Everything else like they looked at. That makes absolutely no sense. It's too far-fetched. Jesus sounds more logical than to tell you to do the best you can. How many of y'all been told that before, do the best you can? But you can't find it. You can't read it. See, no more, we don't have time anymore we can go through it and just believe something for the sake of believing it. We got to believe it because it's right. It's got to make sense to it. I refuse to believe something that don't make sense to me. I just refuse to do it. It doesn't make sense logically to sit down and believe something that I don't understand, I don't know. How do I believe it? My belief is going to be almost the hope of something happening. I don't even understand it. So what's my belief in? What's my belief of? It don't make sense. We gotta know. We gotta know. And looking at people that gone through before us, you have the opportunity now to know and get an understanding, the ability to understand what you need to know, to be able to comprehend the knowledge of. But then you got to have a will. You got to have a will to do. Okay? Well, a lot of people going to mess up at, I know that. You know how many people got stuff wrong on tests? You know what they say? Man, I know that. But it's wrong. You got the wrong answer, but you know it. So for us, it ain't just knowing it. It's actually being able to do what we know. Actually being able to walk in what we know. Y'all got it? You don't want to just know. There's a lot of people know. There's some people on the street. There's some women wear dresses, don't cover their head. If somebody cool talk with them, they're going to find they know more than they know. They just can't do it. Oh, there's some guys y'all are ready to. They know a whole lot more than what you know. They know a whole lot. You're going to be sitting saying, man, he knew a lot. He can't walk in it. That's where you beat him out at. You got to be able to walk in it. So I'm not impressed with people knowing a whole lot. I'm more impressed in what you can walk in and what you can do. Oh, I know about it, though. I know. Oh, yeah, you thought I didn't know. I know some stuff. You don't have the ability to walk in it. So a lot of people get messed up with that. They feel like if they know, they're good. You can't just know. You got to walk in it. Y'all got it? That makes sense? Okay, y'all see these people killing them. Everybody divided. Police, citizens, militaries, and governments. And, man, listen, this world just going it's just spiraling worse and worse and worse and worse. And the sad part is, I should be honest with you, we ain't getting no better. See, he talked about when you see all these things being dissolved, what manner of person ought you to be? See, if it's ever been a reason for us to make sure that we're more studious about what we're doing, we're more concrete in what we believe, we're more focused into what we're doing, it's now. It's now. Because we see it's winding up. We see the thing ending. Y'all got it? It's just being honest with you now. Y'all don't take it that way, you'll see. But that grave calling your name. That grave calling your name. And you got to go. You want to answer that call now. All of us got to answer it. Got to make sure we're right. We're working on things from a lot of different perspectives. We're making sure we get it right spiritually. We're trying to fix the financial crunches that we all face. And we're trying to make sure and most of all, we keep our health. All these are key components of what we got to do. It's whole body. Everything's entailed. That's the way he described it. That's the way he designed it from the very first, that the whole body be saved. Y'all got it? It's got a purpose. He know in order to keep that good mind, your health got to be in a certain state too. No, go ahead and make a fool out of yourself. Go ahead and tell yourself a lie if you want to. Truth is, you got to clean up everything you got. And he knows it takes you to be in a certain wealth position to keep you from doing things that go against him too. Even in the book of Marshall, he told her he don't want to be too poor unless he do what? And he take the Shem or Elohim by blasphemy. Do it in vain. Because you can say what you want to. It will. You get enough crunches to happen in your life, you'll turn on him. You'll turn on him. If you notice, when Satan took everything EU had, it wasn't just his kids. He targeted well. He let him know you touch his health. That man will curse you right to your pioneer. That man will turn on you. See, you don't set yourself in a certain place. You can tell yourself you're all right, you'll be okay. But I tell you what, it's challenging out here. It's real challenging. That's why I say you got to know how to navigate. You got to be skilled going through him. It's too many tricks out here. Satan got tricks of the trade. He don't use way before any of us got him. And I just been with you. We're not that smart. We're not that smart. That man done played with people. That man done played with people from the beginning to now. He ain't had a whole lot of time to master man. He done watch man all the way out. Man will turn. Put man in the right situation, right condition. He'll turn. He'll let you down every time. So we coming through and we trying to examine all these different things we've seen people do. And we've seen people turn from him about and what caused them to turn, so we can make sure we're solid in that area, that we don't make that same fall. Y'all got to build yourself up. They told and you copy B. You had to die. What do you want you to do? Building up yourself. Ooh. Ooh, what did they build up a wall for? For defense. For protection. So he told you build up yourself. You didn't think about that. You got to build yourself up on every end. He don't attack you. Now, let me tell you something. You get sick enough, you'll be crying for death. You'll beg for death. And it'll take you out. You'll get so strong on your health and so pulled down in weight. Ain't nothing more. At that point, everything else don't matter. Just take me now. It don't even matter if you're right. You just need to die right now because it's just pressing you that hard. And a lot of things that we allow Satan to use on us, we actually give him the weaponry. We give it to him. We give him the key components to take us down. This ain't stuff he just come up with out of nowhere. The stuff he get up with is the thing he already know. I know this your problem. I know this your struggle. And why wouldn't he work it? I got a man, he can't dribble but to the right, and I keep forcing him to the left, and he getting mad with me. Quit forcing him. Why wouldn't I force him? You're going to dribble. Why wouldn't I force him left every time? Why wouldn't I? I don't man, quit. Man, let me through. Why would I? That makes no sense. The man know you can't dribble. What do you think he's going to do? He's not letting you put the ball. He already know. I'm going to let you put, I'm going to take it from you every time. he knows what you can do. He knows our ability. So now we got to build ourselves up. Where your weak point, how many of y'all know where your weakness is at? Those should be your strength. Make it strong. Make it stronger. If you know he don't have no idea, shh, so the devil can't hear you. More lie they tell him, so the devil can't hear you. And that way, no, don't tell it, just keep it. How many of y'all know where your weakness is at? That's right. And don't tell nobody so the devil don't know. As soon as the devil know, he gonna try it. And you really buy that. Don't tell me you never heard that before. People tell us stuff like that because they're dumb. They want us to be dumb. Nothing, man. They told us to moan so he couldn't hear. Same song they've been singing since slavery. He still ain't figured. He ain't what. I'm on it, so the devil said, you know what he's saying? Damn, I can't hear what he's saying. That's what he's saying right now. He's so frustrated. He don't even know I was saying swing low, sweet chariot. No, you say it like that so you couldn't hear. You got to moan sometimes. With your foot pat, he ain't got no rhythm. He don't know you patting your foot. Do you know how dumb we have been for so many years? Listen to this slave backwood garbage these folks done gave them. Yep, that's every time you look around, think we got a new gimmick. It's the same old gimmicks that ain't been working. Listen, I'm for making sure we get this thing right. Stop lying to yourself. It's time to make adjustments. It's time to get right. That's for everybody. It's winding up. It's closing down on them. You be a fool to be on the outside. Y'all got it? All right, we're going to try to get ready to move forward and try to talk with y'all a little bit and see what it does say, Mr. Yahuwah. Get ready and let them sound the cartos around. We'll see where he take us and what we need to do. How about that? All right, let's see. Yeah. That song years ago, get right, get ready, get right, let's go home. They was saying that thing back there, like, let's go home. Choir members pregnant, keyboard player gay, preacher sleeping with the member, deep knocking down other deep wife. Get right, get ready, let's go home. Folks sung some meaningful songs, it just didn't live nothing to go along with it. That's what we can't afford to do. We can't afford to be that same people, okay? All right, y'all know we're going Romans 15 and 4. Let's see. Can men have menopause? Because hair would be hot a lot. Do they have a male menopause? What they call it? Andropause. You got an andropause. Somebody say he out there mumbling, grumbling. Somebody say he out there just talking and mumbling, grumbling. As long as he ain't got no who? No RuPaul. As long as he ain't got no RuPaul. They don't mind no Andrew Paul. As long as they ain't RuPaul. I know that right. And pause, he might show up now. Right, listen, this is Romans 15 and 4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatah before.
For whatever was written before.
Nikatah for our lament.
Was written to teach us, to show us, to instruct us.
That we through endurance.
That's right, not quitting, going through without giving way. Mm-hmm.
And the Kum of the Ketubim might have tikva.
That's what we're here for. Let's look at something come to mind anyway. See if that's Beth Cuff. excuse me, 3 and 1. 2 Peter, they'll call it. No matter where you're at, everybody got to get right. Everybody got to get right. Let's look at this. Listen.
This second epistle, copy B, I now katab unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of Zakar.
So he said, hold on, pure mind by way of remembrance. He said by admonition, by warning. He's saying by remembrance. Here they're saying by warning. Let's look at admonition. Should be warnings. Let's admonish, admonition. Yeah. An act or action of admonishing, authoritative counsel or warning. Authoritative, yeah. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. Still by authority. Counsel or warning. So that's how he's saying they're giving it to you. They're saying by way of remembrance. That's a little difference. They're giving it to you from being in position to be able to warn you. Okay? So the admonition. Okay? So, behold, this second epistle, I, Katab, write to you my Kabi B, Yadadiah, for beloved, in which I stir up your way, the rock of admonition, which is going to be what we say authoritative warning. Okay. Your sincere mind. Okay, which is the lab for us. They'll spell L-A-B like lab. Pronounced a lob. Okay. Go ahead.
That ye may be mindful of the Dabarim which were spoken before by the Kadash Nabaim, and of the Amar of us, the Shalakim of the Adon and Husha.
Okay. They come out Yasha. Husha for Savior. Come on.
Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last Yamim scoffers, halak after their own lust.
Now look at what scoffers are. I think it'll be markers. Probably people that mimic. Let's see what scoffers are. Excuse me. Scoffers for old people used to be people, women with hit wraps. Bunch of scoffers come after you. A lot of stuff old people didn't know. They just called stuff, and kind of kept going and didn't know. They didn't know meaning a lot of stuff. They were ignorant. I say this on a lot of them. A lot of them they were more honest than we were. They didn't know meaning of words and look stuff up, do that. But a lot of them more honest. They still didn't get them in. And the fact that you consider people that did live to the best of what they knew, there were people that did hold of what they knew, but he saw that they weren't earnest enough that they would actually change to the truth. What does that tell you about them and us? The fact that a lot of us converted from Christianity. We converted from way like me. All I ever known growing up was being a Christian. And there had never been a Jehovah's Witness or nothing else. Wasn't interested in being nothing else. I converted over to holiness. It was still Jesus Christ and Christianity. It just looked more, it was supposed to be more stricter. They're supposed to be better living. They call themselves apostle doctrine. So I said, they got to be right. That's what the apostles had, and they could quote and memorize scripture, but they couldn't obey it, and they wouldn't conform when they found out something wasn't what it was. They stayed with it anyway for the sakes of who founded it, who built the church, or who established it. When I move and I leave him, if information comes that show you something different that's right, I suggest you walk in it. Because along with myself, just like everybody that come through, we only get so much. The book said we know in part, and we nabah in part. When Nabuah in part, where they'll use prophesy. But when that which is talmeen complete is come, then that which is in part is going to be done away. So don't ever get sold on somebody got the whole thing to themselves. We do all this in parts. Y'all got it? It's all in part. And when he come back, he going to be the one to put it together. Y'all got it? A person who marks or makes fun of someone or something, often of religion or moral values. That's what people get y'all with those dresses, those scarves. Their brother not wearing the shorts. Let me say shorts are not a sin. I know y'all want to wear shorts. Go ahead and wear them. You ain't got no conviction anyway. Don't let that stop you. There's just certain things you just try to just stay away from. There's a lot of stuff that Shah say all things are lawful, but all things not expedient. So I don't want to teach you that, and I've said it, if I said it in time past, shorts are not a sin. It's not qatar. I don't have a book that can make it qatar. Now, if you got them up in your booty, and them cheeks drop down, you got too much out. It's just not profitable for us. Not just being a lot of stuff just not profitable. I want to make sure y'all understand why you do certain things. People tell you it's a sin, and he says it's a sin. A lot of things we just learn to kind of stay back from and just let people have it. It's just at a point, something you got to realize it's just not, advantageous for us. Okay? Now, I know some at home, they heard it. Because you got shorts in your heart, it make no difference anyway. I know some of y'all, you wear your stuff, but you wear it with complaint, then you go ahead and wear them anyway. Because a lot of them looking for stuff to do. I need to be able to do, I need to do it. You get it, you ain't going to do no more than you've been doing. You really ain't going to get, you ain't going to get no more than what you need to do. You think these people out here will feel kind of naked themselves with some stuff they got on. You would think they feel uncomfortable, but unfortunately, the world don't. They'll make things look comfortable. They'll lay on the beach, and what they wear, so once you wear it to work. That's a problem enough for you to wear out here, and not a problem enough for you to wear it to work. Should be to wear that. Tell them, once you come outside with your drawers and your panties on. Well, they so dumb. Somebody convinced them that they drawers and their panties ain't their drawers and their panties on the beach. There's a bikini swimsuit on the beach. More women got more drawers they wear in broad than they wear on the bikini. So I don't know why you won't wear your drawers and your panties out. You'll wear your drawers and your bra out to work. It'd be more clothes than what you got on the beach. But unfortunately, this is a society that we live in that nobody got a standard. And because we all compromise. Everybody compromise to allow things to happen. So it's a person who marks or makes fun of someone or something, often of religious or moral. Or moral values. Let's go back. We want to know what they all been looking at these things. Scoffers. That's what they looked at. So knowing this first, that in the last Yamin days, there shall come deceitful scoffers, people that's going to mock you, doing it in derision, in duration, just keep at walking after their own lust. Let's see what lusts are. When we look at lust, it got the S on it. Plural, because it's different types. Very strong sexual desire. That's what lust is. Put the S on it. Very strong sexual desire. A passionate desire for something. Let's see. We put an S on it, still come back to the root. Okay. Have a very strong sexual desire for someone. You put that on lust. Okay. The S didn't change it. It's plural. Okay. These people don't know. They want all kind of things. And I'll be honest with y'all, it's important for us to know what things Elohim have given us. That's what set our boundaries and protocols for us. Let me say this. If you leave it to man in his own wisdom, his own devices, man will do anything. That's what he's doing out here now. Man doesn't like what Elohim has established for us because he said protocols. He said boundaries. Just like with the ox, he put in the gun for them. It was a boundary. These were known boundaries. He didn't have to put a fence around. He knew not to do it. That's why he came here to confront him. I don't have to hedge this tree in. I don't have to put a fence around and put what they would call guardian angels for us as Mal Akita say and defend it. You've been taught. See, that's the difference. We all keep wanting something around us to keep us from doing wrong. Send your angels of protection, to keep me from lying and keep your hands in them and keep me from going and let them grab the wheel if I go to the strip joint. He's not doing that. Once he's giving us the word, that's it. That's being honest. I know it would be nice if you had somebody come and lock the refrigerator when you get something strong to go after a bill and they don't let you get it. But he said, I'm not doing that. No more than I put it around the tree no more than I put it around the ox when Adam was there. He said, I put somewhere to defend to keep him from getting back in it, though. He said, I will put some up to defend to keep you from getting in it. But as far as you, all this is choices. When Yahusha, who they called Joshua, asked us to choose that whom we were going to serve, nobody made us do nothing. You can carry your black behind straight back over the other side where you came from. Nobody made you come over here. Nobody made you do that. You make a choice what you're going to do. Then he told you what him and his house was going to do. I tell you, man, here, I know some of y'all now, let's be honest, some of y'all married men here, y'all kind of a little slow about putting your feet down on stuff. I watch out, but I know where y'all at, and I know y'all will get hung. Y'all can't stand that strong like that. And y'all let mouth go, y'all let stuff go too much. Y'all do too much stuff. I ain't going to do it. I don't play that stuff. My wife tell me I don't play that stuff. I put out for GP. I put mine out because you can't do nothing with yours. I don't want nobody to think I run with you. Somebody think, they see yours do that, they'll be thinking I go along with some stuff like that too. Hello? All right. Somebody see one of y'all like Key with a sister, you don't think they're going to say, he be with preacher. He be with Tony Smith. Tony Smith be with say, I can't have that going on. So I tell you, it's certain stuff you got to be able to do. Now, Yahusha didn't tell us that he was going to ask his wife, was it okay for her, and going to talk with his family and see where their head was. He said, now, me and my house. Ask for me and my house. We're going to be serving them. He let everybody know who can choose now. Everybody else can choose. You can make that choice. But when it comes to me and my house, I'm going to run that show down. That's just, no, I don't have no stuff like that. We ain't finna make everybody different now. We ain't finna be now. I come to synagogue, my wife go to church. We're not having that. We go one way. Everybody go the same way they have. Listen, we going the same way. That's the only way it's going to work. That's just being honest. And men, that be honest, we done drop the ball bad. Instead we doing, won't talk like that. Now y'all got it made. Y'all got the right husbands. I don't play that stuff. I know why be back up me. I ain't never went for no stuff. Like I come, I'm hearing greater son. Man, roll over in here. He'll roll over in that wall. He having some stuff like that going on. I had some stuff like that going on. We can't have that kind of noise going on around now. I got to be the loudest, and I end it. That got that. I don't know how to be now. I'm tired. They here thinking now. I ain't doing no thinking. I know how it's going to be. Usually intense or unbridled sexual desire. Lust. Oh, you looked up from over here. Intense or unbridled sexual desire. An intense longing, craving. This old new right stuff. That's all new, all this unusual. Man, that's strong, all that old, usually intense, unbridled sexual. What's all this foolishness? This ain't no horse. Yeah. Y'all understand what this is, and this is what people will do to get you off. You have to be mindful of people coming around you and what their intent are. People will get you off. That's why it's important that everybody was supposed to know Yahuwah and we to be taught. Look at that 644 for a second again. Yahuwah. Now, what cup just told you, Yahuwah? 644. Now, what did he tell you what happened in the last Yamin? Scoffers gonna come. What were those? Markers. That's right. People doing the duration, coming after you. They're walking after their own Lust, their own sexual strong desires. Okay? Let's look at this. 644. No ish
is able to come to me,
except
Abba, which have sent me, draw him.
That's the only reason. It has been exception. The fact that he said no ish can come to me, that means no one has the ability. Until we heard except, it was no way to come. He's the exception. There's an exception. No ish can come to me except
Abba, which hath sent me, draw him.
Who we gonna use? What we gonna use? Hands, hands, hands. I don't know what they know now who we're gonna use. First thing they do, they keep raising their hand, y'all holler out the answer. Then they'll do like that. How many of y'all know I be wanting to hear the holler out answer? So let me ask you a question. So what be the purpose of doing that? I'm just curious. It ain't overzealous, it's let me try it my way. See, we try to do it decent in order, that way we can know what you're saying. Now we got Ian here, let's see how close he is to the answer. I know you don't hardly get it right, but I want to see how close you are. That's all right. No, I ain't saying that, because it's out there. But I want you to take a shot at it. You got that right. You ready? You thought about your answer. Who you'll use to understand. Look at the question now. No man, which is no ish, can come to me. Meaning nobody can until we heard the word except. If except one now, it would be no man can come unto me, the Father. Well, we go from there. Except was in there, basically nobody could come. So that's an exception. What we gonna use, who we gonna use? Hold on, I got Ian first, then I sent a bishop. I got love. And y'all know that what the world need now is what? Love, sweet love. Then that's right, I got a colon. I'm a holding from a colon. So let's see. Then I got listen now, I got strong brother right there, he inching up. We gotta make you we gotta give you a position. That gets you up there closer. He said he'd like to be humble. Who we gotta make him? We gotta make him a mini bishop. So he wanna be since he wanna be of a lower state. So we're gonna make him evangelist? All right, so just say you can be the evangelist. So we got a bishop, we got an apostle, we got an evangelist. So now the bishop on the right hand, and I'm holding from a colon. And then we got a minute. Hold on, we got Ernie out there. Ernie, you raise your hand. Where is she at? You trying to get some leg wrapped around her. Where's she at? I ain't trying to mess up nobody 11. What's going on? Do you feel like you'll get it right? Let me ask y'all, now y'all got Ernie out here. I don't get the outside. What y'all thinking? Y'all said take Ernie. Now, if you can get wrapped or unwrapped, it's going to be on you now. All right. You say you think about Boston? He said Ashy Larry? Oh, I thought he said Ashy. I was like, Ashy Larry? Okay, no, he's exactly right. He's exactly right. See, if y'all remember, that's good, Ernie. Wrap him up, Rashida. So now, what he told y'all is true. We'll look at it too. See, when he said, no ish can come to me except the Abba for Father who had sent me, draw him. Y'all got that? So no man can come unto me except the Abba who has sent me, draw him, and I will comb him up in the last day. Y'all got it? In the last yom. So we'll look at Hadassah, a star. I thought that man said Ashy Larry. So a star. Hadassah. Any of y'all unfamiliar with why he used that answer? How many of y'all don't know why he used that answer? Why he called it answer? Good. Everybody know why he called it? Okay, thank you, sir. One person. Now they gonna use you now. They know they don't know. They don't know. I know all these folk don't know. They're not fooling me now. Cause now I'm gonna point out, I'm gonna tell them to explain to me. I'm gonna say, explain. They're gonna be down. Did you not see my hand? Mine in my heart. All right, Lancaster, you ready to explain to him? Look at that. Look at that. No, I know. Look at that. I said, you ready? Look at that. He's like, a lot of y'all said y'all already knew the answer. No, I ain't need to explain. I know what it is. I'm like Yahusha. I ain't come to be taught. No, don't mess with me. I know, I got you. We together. You been taught it. But I remember when that Jaheed fought me so bad. The guy dropped his head. Oh, man, he fought me. I was reciting what you and Jerry said. Hey, preacher, you always butchering up everybody's stuff. I said, what? That ain't what they said. You just be saying stuff. You always, the man cut me, just slapped down. I was like, apparently he is very sensitive right now. He is high. I just ate all of it. So I came in there and I told him, I said, you know what? I said, Jaheed said the stupidest stuff. I told him that Jaheed said what I had said. They said, that is what we were saying. I said, I'm finna go get this nigga. I'm saying, that's what I said. They're like, that's what we were saying. So he be getting stuff wrong. So appreciate that. So everybody understands it? So everybody understands what happened with the, now they go right now, mic right here. I can't believe, hold on for a minute. They ain't what we just asked everybody to say they understood. Everybody, oh yeah, we know, oh yeah, that's the same thing. I know the whole, I got the whole chapter and verse right here. Enoch Cool didn't raise their hand. Is that the answer you had too, Ryan? That was a good one. You believe all these folk know the answer? I know that now. I know these folk. They couldn't. Y'all have drained my brain. Y'all know that, but Mama had to give y'all one of these. Everybody get a stick next week. That's it. Let's look at the book of Hadassah. They call it Esther a star, Hadassah. Y'all know I use her Hadassah. Hadassah. That's right. She shook her head. She said she already got that book. That's right. See if that 4, 5th chapter, 5. Let's drop down about 5 and 7. And her Babylonian name would be a star, which means they understood that she was in the heights. 5 and 7? Okay. All right, let's see. Listen.
Then answered Hadassah and said, my petition and my request is, if I have found...
Stop us. What's your name?
I said the 5th chapter. You said verse 7. You started 1.
Wrong chapter.
I said 4. 4th chapter. He hollered 5. It's the 4th chapter is what I want, okay? 4th chapter. What you just called out actually kind of gets you, it doesn't go back to display what we were saying. So we're going to look at 4. Should I see 4 and 4? Of the book of Hadassah. Listen.
So Hadassah maids and her chamberlains came and told it her. Then was the Malchah exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai and to take away his sackcloth from him, but he received it not.
Listen.
Then,
so I actually need to go up a little bit more. So because that kind of brought him into what she heard. Let's go back up again. So that 4th verse. Let's start at 1. Gotta go. Another 3. We'll do 4 and 3. Listen. What is it? 4 and 4. 4 and 2. All right, let's go here. We'll start at 3. Listen.
And in every province. Whithersoever the Malach Amar and his decree came, there was a great mourning among the Yahudim, and fasting and weeping and Ika, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes. So Hadassah maids and her chamberlains came and told it her. Then was the Malchah exceedingly grieved. And she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai and to take away his sackcloth from him, but he received it not. Then Kara Hadassah for Hatak, one of the Malach chamberlain, whom he had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a mar to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was.
And she sent him to learn the truth. So verse 6 was omitted. They omitted it in the book of, in the Greeks. The Greeks omitted the 6th chapter. I mean the 6th verse. Now, the Latin and King James wrote a 6th verse, but the Greeks omitted it. Can we look at what omit is, please? omit, to leave out or leave unmentioned, to leave undone. These are all words we'll look at, which obviously they just disregarded it, which has become questionable why the Greeks left the 6th verse out. All right, let's go back. So let's see what they said in the 6th verse.
So Hatak went forward to Marduk unto the street of the city, which was before the Malak's door.
It was before the palace or the gate. All right, 7.
And Marduk told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had Shaba to pay to the Malak treasuries for the Yahudim to destroy them.
Y'all hear that? Listen.
Also, he gave him the copy of the Katab of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to shew it unto Hadassah, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the Malak to make supplication unto him.
Which was to go in and treat for them and to beg him for the arm. Come on.
And to make request before him for her arm. And Hatak came and told Hadassah the Dabarim of Marduk.
And told her all these words. Come on.
Again Hadassah spake unto Hatak, and gave him a mar unto Marduk, all the Malak Abadim and the arm of the Malak provinces do know that whosoever, whether Ish or Shah, shall come unto the Malak into the inner court, who is not Yakra, there is one Torah of his, or one law of his to put him to moot, except such to whom the Malak shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may Kai. But I have not been Kara to come in unto the Malak these 30 Yamim.
Listen.
And they told to Marduk Hadassah's Dabarim. Then Marduk Amar to answer Hadassah, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the Malak Bet more than all the Yahudim.
Listen.
For if thou altogether holdest thy shalom at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance come to the Yahudim from another Malkum.
Well, that's in another quarter.
But thou and thy Abba Bet shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the Malkut for such a time as this?
So he was made what they would call a queen, a Malkah, for this very purpose.
Then Hadassah bade them return Marduk this answer. Go, gather together all the Yahudim that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 Yamim, Layla or Yom. I also and my maidens will fast likewise, and so will I go in unto the Malak, which is not according to the law, and if I perish, I perish. So Marduk went his way and did according to all that Hadassah had amar him.
Now, the reason why we went back at this, simply because he talked about no Ish could come unto him except the Abba which has sent him drawing. And we look at this story, which is in some contrast similar. If you look, there was a Torah for them not to go. No one was supposed to appear for him. He had put a decree that nobody was to come before the Malak, except if you were summoned. And if he didn't hold out the royal scepter to you, whoever came to him was going to moot. Well, he talked about no Ish could come unto him except the Abba which has sent him draw him. Y'all got it? Now, this is what you got to ask. What drew her to go? That's right. The saving of the destruction, the perishing of the Yahudim, and even herself even being looking at destruction coming upon them. The reason why a lot of you guys, and the reason why a lot of people don't come to Yahuwah, because you don't really see a need. You come, but it ain't for the real need that you need to come. She told you that if she wound up perishing, if she go, then she perished. There was a need to why she went. What's your real need to why you here? What are you really trying to accomplish? And that's a lot of time what keeps us from obtaining salvation. See, she saw her and her father's house perishing more detrimental than her perishing to go to see the Malak. See, either way you look at it, she was in a dire strait. If I don't go, me and my father's house gonna perish. If I go and he don't accept me, I'm going to perish. So what do? Sit and do nothing or become proactive about your life? See, that had to be a concern. I told y'all before, people come to Yahuwah for different reasons. People come because they're trying to fix a marriage. People come because they want to get their kids to get themselves straight. People come because they're looking for a job. People come because they're sick. Very few people actually come to him for a real need for their own soul. It's got to be something for you. It's got to be for you. If you don't, you're going to die. And if you don't come to the man in the proper state, you're going to wind up dying. So at some point, you have to get yourself together and start to look at what's the most important thing you need to do. It's got to be something pressing on you to make you get there. It's got to be something. That's what drew her to come. She looked at there was an urgent need. You're not going to escape. The same thing we found, the same thing that the book of Abba tells us that they'll call Hebrews. How shall we escape if we neglect? How is she going to escape if she neglects so great salvation? We're talking about the deliverance of the arm. How is she going to escape if you neglect so great salvation? Hello? And at the first it began to be spoken about who? Mordecai. And was confirmed under her about who? Them that heard him. That's why he went over and he showed her all the acts. He rehearsed them over and he wrote them. He bring it back to make sure you have witness, they're bearing witness. Now, all he was going to bear witness with signs and wonders. That's why he let them know he's going to deliver us from another quarter. He's going to still bring us out just like he said. But you and your father's house are going to perish. Then we look at the 13th chapter, 41 verse, the book of Acts of the Shalachim. Let me tell you something. The average of us, I include myself in here, all of us, we compromise. We compromise to keep relationship. We compromise to keep kids. We compromise to keep favor. We compromise to keep status. It's just people. It just happened. We compromise. Now he coming to get us to a point to stop wavering and stop compromising. It just get to a point. If y'all serious about being saved, there's a lot of relationships going to get busted up. It ain't gonna be, you know why we look at, typically why we look at a marriage breaking up? If we commit adultery or we get financial problems, let me tell you what break up a marriage. You stay on that thing the way it's say. Whoever ain't solid, gonna crack.
That's right.
Whoever ain't solid, it ain't about, everybody they should ain't broke up cause no adultery. Don't tell that lie. Don't tell that lie. That's what a lot of folks saying. I mean, I don't know why I need to, I don't know why I need to separate. Ain't like nobody cheating on nobody. You cheating on Yahuwah. See, this is what we look at. We're more prone to become ready to split up if somebody cheat on us naturally. Yeah. But the whole time you've been cheating on Yahuwah from the rockness spiritually, and that's a greater detriment than that of the flesh. Wow. Wow. Let me tell you what happened, why people don't get back together when they come down to adultery. A lot of times, whether it's written, well, adultery from marriage or if it's a day relationship, it's cause of pride and people looking. A lot of times, if nobody else knows, we just keep it between us. Ain't everybody, a lot of times, we'll just keep it between us. It's the fact everybody know. I'm just being honest. A lot of folks, don't nobody know how many people know. Just me and you and another person. They don't say that, don't say now. We can keep moving. But if everybody find out, then everybody gonna be looking, everybody gonna be talking. So we kind of shallow on our reasoning for things. Yahuwah is on, I'm just for what's right. He said, what done the dog gonna come to the light. He said, cause the Yum gonna reveal it. So he look at, ain't hiding nothing. Everything gonna be forefront. This is what we gotta be. But we gotta first be forefront when it come down to serving him. And because we hide and we lurk and we sneak and we do things, we probably mumble and grumble. Hey guys, I know y'all wife mumble and grumble. Don't worry about it. I know about it. I know every one of them. I know everyone. I'll let you keep going because that's how you'll cover it. You feel better about yourself. Nothing's hid. It's show. You can see that anyway. I already know it happened. That's easy. How many of y'all, most of y'all don't know what's going on. I know people. I know where people at. People don't fool me. We can laugh and we can talk, but ain't no fool. It's all about what kind of standard you want to go with. You the fool, because you'll go along with it. And it's the same thing that happened with Ananias and Sapphira. You'll be private to something, and you don't even realize you're guilty. You'll be guilty because you're private to it. You know of it. Come on. Even he told about certain things. He said, if you know of it, you diligently inquire, and if the thing be true, and if it be so, you know if it's so. You know if it's so. But it's the fact of trying to look like you try to make it. People got to grow. You make excuses for people. Ain't no excuses for you. The excuses we make, who told you those excuses were valid? Well, people got to grow, and everybody ain't where they got to be. You making excuses for yourself. When it come down to it, everybody here can hear, everybody can understand, everybody here make decisions. When it comes to your salvation, everybody going to be pushed, everybody going to be tried to see where our heart at. And people might look at it as a bad thing, you being choked. No, it's making sure he's trying to make sure we love him. Anybody can cover their wife, anybody can cover their kid. The man, you need to cover yourself. By not trying to cover nobody up, not trying to hide nobody. Because you'll mess around the very love and all the effort you'll put to cover somebody else, you won't have enough for yourself. And Yahusha told you on a parable, in a martial league, there were 10 virgins, 10 Bethula, they used virgin. But he told you it was 10, 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. And as when they slumbered, they slept. He said, by then there was a call for the bridegroom. And he told you when the bridegroom came, what happened? He said, they heard the bell that, the one that didn't have enough, asked the other one for some. He said, no, no, no. And we give you some, lest we don't have enough. But you need to go quickly and buy for them that sale. By that time, it was too late. When you hear and you got an opportunity here, you got to make your own decision and choice when it comes to your soul salvation. Everybody need to be put in a position to be pushed in your life beyond the end. So you'll see if you love, the book say, he that will Kai, who would a hard Kai, love light and will see good day. He said, let him eschew evil, get away, and let him do good. He's supposed to pursue shalom, peace. And he's supposed to ensue it. But a lot of times we don't do that because you comfortable. I told you, your peer group can make you comfortable, other things can make you comfortable, and you get relaxed, and before you know it, all your running be in vain. A lot of people just run for a name. Oh, I'm Hebrew, the dumbest word I've heard. I don't know how you got it because it don't exist. You got it from the Bible. It makes absolutely no sense. It's no sense whatsoever. It's Abba. We know that. It's the other side. They don't know Hebrew mean black. Show me that in the book where it said mean black. That's the dumbest thing I've heard in my life. They can't even prove what they're saying. They get it from a dictionary, from a white man dictionary. Your oppressor tell you anything to get you off. I'm talking about Hebrew mean black. Who was white in Africa when it was written? Explain to me who was white in Africa. Why nobody white in the Middle East when our book was originally written? That's the dumbest conversation I had. That Hebrew mean black when everybody was black. So what was everybody else's color? Purple? When people get lazy, they look to find something to try to justify stupidity. Everything ain't the white man. Some things are stupidity because we become relaxed. The people of Elohim have to make a change. We got to make a change. We have to stand for something. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the status quo. It ain't about that. It's about order. Everything that man established had order to it. We look at our stuff. It's chaotic. It's no order. It can't run but one way. If it ain't running the way Elohim established it, then it's going the wrong way. Everything he said was intended to go one way. That's it. There are no alternatives. Other alternative is wrong. The problem is with a lot of us, we run our house, we run our marriage lukewarm. It depending on if this don't start and then I'll go along with this. If this one, I'll do this to kind of keep things where it don't get too hot and ain't too cold. It's gonna be one way. It's going to be my way or it's going to get real hot. It's going to get real hot quick. I don't do all them different ways. I like it one way, and that's the way we do it. Y'all got it. I'm just being honest. We men. Elohim established. Why don't we just change? Elohim, he said, I'm Yahuwah, I change not. He said, that's the only reason why you ain't consumed. That's what he told me. He said, if I did what you did, he said, I'd have been killed you. They don't even know why he told. That was the proof, and he hadn't changed. When he told you that Elohim hadn't cast away his arm that he foreknew, because he hadn't changed.
That's right.
That's the only, he said, that's why you ain't been consumed.
That's right.
I remember the bereft, the covenant that I shot, that I vowed to Abraham, to Yasakar and Jacob. I changed not. That man told you, I ain't never went to start to get another people. Where you get that lie from? Say, never did it. Yahuwah said, I never started to get another people. He established his belief, and that's what he stayed with. We the only people contradict, go again, change, and swap out for acceptance to try to fit in this stuff. We'll cover each other in a minute. Terrible people. Terrible people. But nobody ain't ever told you that. Listen, this is Acts of the Shalakim. I don't know what an apostle is. We do that, we say here as a fun. There's some stuff. White people give you these words, make a fool out you. These are your oppressors. This ain't put on everybody. I'm talking about a system. The system had made a fool out of you, and you recite stuff that you don't even know what you're saying. It's Acts of the Shalakim, which is the sent ones. Listen.
Behold, ye despisers, and wonder.
And what do you do?
And perish.
Why?
For I work in your Yameen.
In the day before you got him?
In your Yameen.
A work?
Which ye shall in no wise amon.
Who told it to you?
Though in each declare it unto you.
See that? If any man tell it to you. Isn't that right? And you know what happened? And you'll wind up perishing. You know what would have happened? That would have fell on Hadassah. They told him. It would have fell on, and they didn't believe it. He said, I'm working this in your days.
Yes.
Now, you ain't got to believe it. Isn't that right? A man done told it to you. That man working, and listen, this thing wind up out here, and these people sitting around, they still guessing, still trying to configure, still trying to make excuses. That man destroying their play. Who allowed with a brain bigger than a bird don't see this whole play dissolve?
Come on, that's right.
What does it take for you to realize the whole world is rapping? You have never, I've been living over 50 years, I have never seen so much destruction in my life on TV. I've never seen so many people. I ain't never heard no monsoon rain in no United States. Monsoon rain, that stuff that happen in the tropics. Where it rains so hard you can't see your hand in front of your face. I don't seen it rain. We never heard no monsoon rain. When people get a whole summer rain in a matter of hours. He never heard about you getting that much rain in an hour that you're supposed to get for the whole year in hours. When people gonna turn? The man gonna keep destroying the place. He just keep on intensifying and he get us to turn. And the sad part, we still ain't got a brain in our head. We still haven't come to figure that, what you doing different? Nothing. Still figuring how to compromise. Still figuring how to keep the peace. Still trying to have somebody so you don't look like you by yourself. You by yourself and you ain't with Yahuwah. That's right. You can have a wife and a husband, you still by yourself. That's right. I told you, it's the last day now. You fall away now, I ain't take you back. You go on marking your book. You don't fail to your death. It's too late now. Ain't no time now. Man, the night is far spent. Yes, the day is at hand now. What I'm going to do with you? Ain't my job trying to clean you up in no last second. You better hold on. That's right. Y'all feel free now. We'll unlock the door, let you leave. You ain't got to stay. Ain't that right? You might get on that man. You might get the Sheol man. They might have air conditioning somewhere in the corner. It might be one there with your name on it. I don't know where you're going to plug it up at. Not no lake of fire. This is your best opportunity to get it right, every one of us. It's the best time to do self-examination. Look at everything you got and realize ain't nothing I got worth burning for. Yes, sir. Ain't nobody, my wife, my kids, my grandkids, my mama, my sister, no cars, house, and none of my business. Not one of them worth me burning for. Right. Not one of them. Ain't even an option. Everybody got to say themselves. Right. 4 times, you know what they say? I know that. Man, how many here don't want their wife to go to hell? Sheol. Do this. They should want not to go themselves. Come on. Want it more than I want it. Right. Man, I don't want my wife. I don't want her to go. Man, I really don't want her to go. How about she need to make sure she don't want to go? Right. I be putting all that effort in her don't go. How much effort she putting in not going? I'm just using it for example. I really don't want my husband to go. Man, I don't want my husband. What effort your husband making to make sure he don't go? That's right. Well, that's written that if you don't want your husband, your wife to go, they don't go. Man, everybody make up their own mind. Listen, man, this is a self-journey. Yes, sir. That's a self-journey. That's why he tell a man that's not married. And I look and he sing, I can't hear. Y'all should be serving better than us do. Because he said, y'all ain't got, we married, we had to care for the things of the world. That's right. How we can please them. Yes, sir. That's what he said. Now, he that is not married, he can serve Elohim better. Yes, sir. Look, they ain't doing that either. They ain't serving her better. They ain't going to serve no woman either. Man, you ain't going to serve no purpose at all, huh? Man, you ain't got the weight of what you got to deal with. Ain't that right? I know folks, I ain't saying you ain't got no struggles, but when you got to deal with the wife, it's a whole lot more mess. I ain't putting a woman bad. There's a whole lot more stuff you got to do. You got a wife. Wife want another piece of furniture. She gonna want something, or she need to do something, or she need to spend something, or she need to tear up something. Yeah, right. So a man got a wife. He said you could serve Elohim better. Same thing with a woman that don't have a husband. She supposed to be able to serve him better. She can get herself holy to Elohim. But see, that's the whole thing. People don't want to talk about that either. People want to get themselves to other stuff. I just like to go and just travel and just do stuff. That's not what he told you. Everything he made up for was to serve him. He don't have a problem we do other things. Just make sure we get his stuff done first. I don't know, these folks get that stuff. Yeah, you can't have no job and serve all of him. I don't know that he told you to run to Caesar what's Caesar and run the thing to him that belong to him. That's right. These folks act like they can't do two things. You better start acting like your name's Simple Simon and get to work. That's right. Isn't that right? That's the truth. We put Adam out of the garden. What he told me he had to do? Work. Work. How you gonna work and serve Elohim? Man, had to work and sweat. You know when his time of retirement came? When he go back in the ground. They coming on that stuff and I get 59. I'm gonna go, I don't know what that stuff. That man say you gonna do that and you go back in the ground. These white folk done guys on that stuff. That's what kill us. Them old folks in the country lived longer than we did. Them folks kept working. They get up and start paddling around. They knew them old folks had no, they know what, they ain't know about no retirement. Them folks, you work, you put your kid took care of you, you die. You ain't get no money when them folks die. Whatever land they accumulate to get, y'all get there and try to keep it together. They bust up, mess up, get old crackhead kid. Every one of them, every next generation, number of crackheads. Bunch of doing geek monsters. I told my any man get on dope, don't give them nothing. Don't even give a drunk nothing I don't work for. That's right. Isn't that right? Really give this state. Let them homosexuals get it and get a cure for monkeypox. So they can get their gorilla pox. They're bigger than the monkeypox. They're terrible. They're terrible people. Set a standard. We got to teach them. We got to keep, even our children, we got to stay on top of them, keep rehearsal with them, the importance of serving Yahuwah, of harboring Yahuwah. Man, old folk would talk about it all the time. He said, they just told me that. Make sure you get it in your head. Make sure you get, he been good. And we don't tell it to him. Who's going to tell it? The school teacher? The school counselor? I helped the lady out, what was it, yesterday? I put some gas in her car. Yeah, she came. Oh, she just talking. All she kept talking about was God and blessing. I started telling the woman, I'm going to take that gas point and hit her across her head. You don't shut up. So, oh, he got me right here in Georgia for a reason. Give you blessing. Press down, run over. I know the woman like, please shut up. If I said, I'm about to lose it. I'm just when that lady asked me that I believe in God. And I'm going to break your heart real quick on it. Tell her, no, ma'am, I'm not that stupid. You got to be pretty dumb to believe in something the Greeks gave you. And you ain't got a brain in your head to think for yourself. You don't even know what you're talking, running your mouth. She all that talking, she on a cane trying to bless somebody. Fix your leg. Woman, heal yourself before you try to give me something. I ain't came before, but 12-hour work. I put the thing, I said, that's a, she said, I'll pay for $12. And you, me pressed down, running over, and you ain't got but 12 hours worth of gas. That's what I'm saying. Folks trying to give folks, and you ain't even got nothing. Run around just blessing folk. Can't have hardly walk, and then it ain't even her car. She got another woman driving her with a handicap tag on. Both of them crippled. I don't see the difference. Breeze said them folks be sitting there, cripples and sinners. I ain't see the difference. But see, that's how they get that stuff. You think you just shoot something out your mouth and some power come. This thing come in with a lifestyle. How many folk been duped because somebody rub tongue some blessed? They don't even know what blessed even means. This stuff, they go back and look at the stuff. This stuff is a curse. These folk rub pagan sacrifice on stuff and call it a blessing. And dumb people run around talking about bless you. Have no idea what they're saying. Because what they teach you, Christianity don't teach you, that makes you dumber. They don't have no reason to look up now. They've been running with old folk wise tales, stuff you got from your slave master. Your oppressor don't even say it. Everything they get, white folk don't folk keep moving. Every time you see white folk in Christianity, they know them the dumb ones we got. They do that, put their dumb ones in there, let the dumb ones do it because they know white niggas will start watching. Why don't none of them go to church? So you gotta have something. You see why, if there was something to it, why white folk be in and out some 10 song, raise 9 offering and get out in 30 minutes? Nigga got 1 offering and been there all night on the Mona bench. White folk, no, they don't take that long. We lying anyway. Let's hurry up and get out of here. White folk, no, they don't take that long. Preacher tell me and tell them, that man been saying, hold them folk. Just growing, you remember, you used to go to church with your grandmama, right? You remember that time y'all went to church, y'all was there for 3 hours? How long y'all to be at church? How long would y'all be at church, you remember?
1 hour at the most.
1 hour. And in 1 hour, what all y'all been done?
Everything you can do.
He said, everything you can't get done hour, he ain't coming. Nigga in there all night to the next month, all week revival. Still ain't got Jesus. The man had lied and duped you the whole time you met him and made a fool out of you. And they don't look at white folks been home, cleaned up, clothes. White folks ain't hanging no parking lot. They get in front of that car. All they blessing, hugging, shaking in that building. When I get out of my car, stand in front of it. You'll be a speed breaker. White folks don't play that stuff. We don't folk play with that stuff. Study sitting around lying. No, you don't love them folks. Telling lies. And you don't lie to make yourself, it don't go well. How I love some folks don't even know. Just stop it. Just stop it. How you love some folks you ain't never, I only know what you look like. I ain't never talked to you. Guess what? I love you. I don't even know you. Let alone can come up and contemplate the emotional love for you. Stop it. Just stop it. First thing to do, learn how to love yourself. Best way you can love somebody which is a hard for having an emotional attachment to somebody is to first love yourself and understand yourself and your creator. Best thing you're going to do. Now we say, come on back to 6 and 44, the book of Yahushua, they call John. Which means Yahuwah has been gracious. So you go through and you look at these books, you try and look at a pattern so you can see what you got. Listen, no man can come to me except the Abba who has sent me draw him, and I will raise him up in the last Yom day. No ish can come to me except the Abba who has sent me draw him, and I will raise him up in the last day, Yom. Now this right here is why the book is called Yahushua, which means Yahuwah is gracious. Because we just learned something. No man couldn't come to him.
Right.
Except.
Right.
What that mean?
Now you can come.
What did that mean? It's tight. Say it again. And nobody couldn't come to me except the Father. What is the Father's name? Yahuwah. So no ish could come to me except the Father which has sent me. And the Father has a name because Father is a title. Yahuwah. The name of the book is Yahuwah is gracious. Yahushua. Yahuwah is gracious. So in order for me to understand that, I'm looking at a fact that I couldn't come except who did it? Yahushua. That means Yahuwah is gracious because I could not come except the Father drew me. Yahuwah. That's why you need to understand the books. They just told you John's the name of a prostitute, and you take off running. That's what he's trying to, when you're reading the book, that's what he's telling you. Yahuwah is gracious because you couldn't come except. Yahuwah did it, which means Yahuwah was gracious. You did not have the ability. You could not apprehend. You could not obtain it, except he did it. So what would we say about that? Yahuwah is gracious. Yahushua. That's the name of the book. Listen what happened.
It is Kitab in the Nabaim.
It is written, Kitab, it is written in the Nabaim. There are no prophets. These are people that put spells on people. The Nabaim. Listen.
And they shall be all lamed by Yahuwah.
Well, lamed is the word for teach, instruct, and show. Taught of Elohim, the mighty one. Listen.
Every each therefore
that had
Shama
heard
and hath lamed the Abba.
Hold on.
Of the Abba.
The Greeks, hold on. The land, okay. Yeah, had heard of the Abba and had learned, ED, the what?
Cometh unto me.
That's how the Father let you do it. That's how the Father let you do it. See, that's how you get it. So you know what we're thinking. Elohim come on to Jesus. Something, come on to him, just come on. No, first of all, you have to hear the Father. You got to hear the Father. And you have to learn. Learned is ED past tense. You can't be learning. That's a difference. Everyone that is learning of the Father is different than learned ED, which means you've comprehended that information. You've already obtained that information. That's how you come to him. See, what they told us, I'm learning, I can come. When did he say who's learning? Learned, ED, past tense. Then you've obtained. You've obtained to be able to come. Hello? Okay. I don't know. What do you know? What do you know? How many of y'all trying to get to Yahusha? Have you learned? Well, it said, if so be, if you have learned of him, as the truth is in him, that you will put off concerning, what was it? The old man with the deceitful lust? And we're talking about somebody that's created after the true Kudash. See, that's the purpose. That's what has to happen. When you've learned, then there are things you should have put off concerning the old man. And a lot of us keep trying to come, but you're still the same person. That's why you can't get there. See, in your mind, you thinking you're obtaining, you're getting somewhere. I'm going to tell you your blockage is you haven't put off the old man. The book even declared you have not so learned the Mashiach.
That's right.
That's what it said. You have not so learned it.
That's right.
Let's see if that's the 4th chapter of the book of Ephesians.
That's right.
4 and 20, but let's look at something before we get to 20. Let's do 4 and 8 right quick. I try to run down through him. Let's make sure it makes sense. How about that? Matter of fact, give me 1 right quick. We'll move. 4 and 1. 4 and 20 is what I want. We'll try to, like I said, jump, skip, and hop. But let's make sure we got this straight. See, what we don't want to do, this is the problem with the so-called Negro. He reads and think he has something, and he don't really understand what he heard. Okay? No issue come at me and said the Father would set me drawing. Now they feel like something done pulled them over. First of all, nothing's pulling you. You have to be taught. He won't even accept you except you've been taught. What? When Yahusha brought the people out of Mizraim, that they call Egypt, which is not a real name, Mitzrayim, the place is named after the Father, okay? Mitzrayim, they're Mizrites. They're not Egyptians, but they'll let you call them. They even tell you they're Mitzar. They won't tell you that because they know you're stupid, and they'll just nod and go along and tell you they're Egyptian because that's all you know, and you got a song called Egyptian Lover, and you wear a perfume oil called Egyptian Musk, so that's as much as you need to know, okay? So now we sit back and we start looking at what we need to know. When he brought us out of Mitzrayim, we went straight to him. When he brought us out of Mizraim, the people went straight to Shamayim. Where did they go? When they came out, they had to go to Sinai because they had to be taught. They had to be taught of him. That's the first thing they had to be taught of him. Before they can inherit any land, before they could take possession of the land, they had to come and be taught of him. He told Musha, he said, Yahuwah marked me, which is commanded me to teach you statutes, laws, and judgment, which was mashpas. He said, Yahuwah marked me to do this. It made no sense that they were taught that when they got in Jerusalem. They were taught the Torah. They were taught judgment and statute before they got there. You finna go to white man heaven and you don't know nothing. Tell me exactly where you getting this source of information from. They had to be taught before they even enter into the land. And after some of them tempted him 10 times, he swore they wouldn't get in. He said, they shall not enter into my rest. This is my shalom. And here you finna go. You the mold breaker. Everything he done did, all these people done been cast away, they can't get back. And you finna get it. Because you know how to rock in your chair and moan where the devil can't hear you. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. People have lied to us, wasted time, lying to us, telling us something that makes no sense. He taught them. Further, they need to be taught of me. That's why we read, it's written in the Nabaim that they shall all be taught of Elohim. That's why he said the only people can come they have to hear him. They have to have learned him. That's how you come to me. Everybody that came to Yahusha before had information about him. Hello? They had information about him. All the people you hear, nobody say, I ain't know nothing. I ain't never heard nothing about it. First time there, I don't know nothing. People had some knowledge of. Okay, let's see. I therefore,
the prisoner of the Adon, beseech you that ye halak worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
What do we say vocation was, not vacation? Your occupation. You're supposed to walk first. You're supposed to be Abadines, which are service of Yahuwah. Right. Then you're supposed to walk worthy of it.
Yes, sir.
He told you to walk in your calling.
Yes, sir.
He said, he's supposed to be free. He's supposed to remain free.
That's right.
If he's supposed to be a bond, you're supposed to remain one. They tell you to walk worthy of your vocation.
Yes, sir.
Can everybody say been walking worthy of their vocation? Okay, that's the first transgression. But you're going to heaven. Listen, and when you get there, and I'm not there, you are in heaven. That's what he told them. Listen, I therefore a prisoner, captive in the Yahuwah, in the Adon, the master, beseech you that you walk worthy, halak, walk worthy of the vocation in which you are called. Listen.
With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in a heart.
Do what?
Endeavoring.
Careful. Which is attempting, endeavoring, they put him. Go ahead.
To keep the unity of the Ruach in the bond of Shalom.
So that's what we're doing. We're trying to be careful to make sure we're doing that. They use endeavoring, attempting. Come on.
There is one body.
One body.
And one Ruach.
As?
Ye are Kara.
In what?
One Yakal of your calling.
That's right. Hope is a Greek word. Greek meaning, we don't know what it is. What is hope? Hope and faith, they about twist up. So I don't know what these people be doing sometimes. Some folk get hope and faith twist. They got hope when it's supposed to be in faith, and they got faith when it's supposed to be in hope. But we know it's your call for a tikva, which is a cord, attachment, or we have an expected wake. So he told us to walk. So it's one body, and one ruach, one spirit, as you are called in one yakra, or I'm sorry, your call or tikva of your calling. So we look at, and we have an expected weight. All right, listen, for the calling. One.
Adon.
One.
Amonah.
Amonah. And that right, which is solid and firm. This is why we look at the father, Abraham, the Abba, because he's the Abba of Amonah, not faith. Faith is a substance of things hoped for, evidence of things unseen, which makes no sense for me to have it. It's a substance of things hoped for, evidence of things unseen. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's something that the Greeks have made and fabricated, and this is why people have still been in derision they've been in, and white people and every other race, it make no sense. Everything they dealt with was solid and it was firm. They had something that they could use as a shadow or something to give them an idea of what they was doing. I can't do nothing with some substances. It's a whole bunch of things I hope for. What kind of substance is it? Substance of things hoped for, evidence of things unseen. Hello? That's amazing, because if that's the case of what it is, the book of Jacob that they call James, he told me he could show you his amunah by his works. And I don't know how I can do it if it's a substance of things hoped for, evidence of things unseen. How you going to show me your evidence of things unseen by your works? Then I can see it. Then it's not unseen. Because he's letting you know the stuff that they tell you makes no sense. He said, I can show you mine by my work. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Don't let these people have told us stuff that makes absolutely no sense. In the Ruach, we understand the Ruach, the spirit, not having a physical body, but we understand he refers it to what? The wind. You can't feel the wind? You can't see the attributes and the works of the wind? The wind cooling you down, the wind blowing stuff over, the wind waving the waters? Stop it. When he put on the spirit can. It's evident in its working. Okay. Let's see. All right. We can see it get inside some dirt and start a tornado. Pick up trash and turn around, look at it, and start deforming the carbon later. We don't see it from hurricanes. How we can't see it? Right. the book declares in Romans, the 1st chapter, in the 18th verse, that the invisible things of Elohim are clearly seen. So what I'm going to do with faith? Hold on, let's see what happened. Pick it up right quick, 118. Might be 17 in the book of Romans. We've been told so much stuff, they dumb us down, and the only reason they tell you something like that, so when they tell you stuff that you can't see, you'll just throw it on the faith. Oh, they like faith. Stop it. How you can't see faith and care and married to it? You can't see faith? Why I'm gonna let these folks tell me I can't see it? How many of y'all done seen Kevin White? Then you done seen faith. How they gonna tell the evidence of things unseen? Did y'all see Big and Small White? Now you done seen faith twice.
That's right.
See that? And the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let that word be established. You can't see faith. Stop it. Just stop it. Let's see this. 18 verse. 17, probably 8, 17. Let me see. Listen. Is that what I want? Let's see.
For therein is the Sadiq of Elohim revealed from Amunah to Amunah.
Yeah.
As it is Katab.
The what?
The Sadak shall Kai by Amunah.
So they're going to tell you to live by some substance thing, hope for evidence of things unseen. I don't know. I want to kind of go to court with some evidence they can't see and get somebody prosecuted. Here you are, judge. What it is? This is evidence that this person gives. What it is? This is faith. What are they going to do with me in court? I'm trying to get a man convicted, and I got the evidence right here, sir. What is it? Right here. What is it? I can't. It's faith. Present this to the jury and get a conviction. Stop letting folks make a fool out of you. Won't make no sense. Here it is. He told you the Sadiq of Elohim, justice, the Sadak of Elohim for justice of Elohim is revealed therein from Amunah unto Amunah. What is revealed? Shown. Explain to me how the definition for faith is substance thing, hope for evidence of things unseen, and it's been revealed. Then the definition don't fit. But see, they don't teach us no common sense. Common sense at some point. If it's something you can't see, how has it been revealed? It's showing you how solid the man is. Amunah, his stability from his judgment, it shows you it's been revealed as it is Katab, that the just, the Sadak man liveth by
Amunah.
Unseen. He lived by some unseen substance. Come on.
For the wrath of Elohim is revealed from Shamayim
Against who?
All Rosha
And
unrighteousness of Anashim, who hold the Amat in unrighteousness.
Who hold it and they don't keep it right. Come on.
Because that which may be known of Elohim is manifest in them, for Elohim hath shewed unto them.
See that? For Elohim has manifested it to them?
Yes, sir.
Let me see what happened. For
the invisible things of him,
from what?
the creation of the Elam,
what?
are clearly seen.
I'm so confused. I got faith, can't be seen, and the invisible things of Elohim are clearly seen. And I'm walking around with some kind of substance in me that can't be seen. It must be doo-doo. You can't flesh it. Stop it. Dun, 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 dun. Can't flesh this. Dun, 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 dun. Can't flesh this. Stop it. Stop it. Man, folks make a fool out of you. Man, sit here and tell you the invisible thing of him from the creation of the alarm are clearly seen.
Yes, sir.
Being what?
Understood.
By what? By the what?
The things that are made. Even his Elam power and the mightiness, so that they are without excuse.
Inexcusable. See that? Come on back to the 4th chapter right quick. 4 and 8. Come on, so I jump down and get them finished up right quick. Ephesians 4 and 8, and we'll move down. 4 and 8. All right, this is 4 and 8. Listen.
Wherefore he said, when he ascended up on high,
When he ascended up on high,
he led captivity captive.
he gave what?
Baraka unto unashamed.
That's right. Baraka is bestow a gift or a benefit. That's what he did. He was Baraka. Barak is to bestow a benefit or a gift is what he did. And he gave gifts to unashamed, unto men. All right, listen.
Now that he ascended, what is
Ascended
it?
is to do what?
But that he also descended first.
That's what he had to do. Before he went up, he had to go down. Which makes sense. What are we using? Hands, 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 hands to parallel. I got a hand up here on the front row. Huh? Why speak candidly? I'm going to take truth to Yehuda and I'm going to give it to candidate. If I can speak candidly. I just came up with that. Stuff just come to my mind. And then, some shot stuff come to my mind real quick. Eric, ask me a question. I want you to ask me this. I know what. Ask me what your name is. Eric! I just stuffed. Give me a hand clap. I was not, listen. It was like, I ain't had to think about it. Just come to me like that. Don't try it at home. You got to be in the spirit. He'll throw you back out. Now that he ascended, went up, what is it? But because he also descended
First.
into the
Lower parts
of
the Arat.
All right, I'm going to need a book to go learn your justification. That's tight. Come on, true Yehuda. I was thinking of seed. Listen what he said. Listen what the man used. Tell him what you said. Come on. Now, come on. Now, tell him what you said.
I was thinking of seed, but
That is it. Oh. You said the corn of wheat, 12th chapter. And again, the 12th chapter of the book of Yehukanan, Yahuwah's grace, he said, except the corn of wheat, grain of wheat fall into the ground. He said, except it do it, it moot, it die, it abideth alone. But if it moot, he said, then it bring forth much pari, fruit, which means that's why we know he ascended. The only way, see, this is what people mess up. They'll run, Christianity is a dumb thing. Oh, Jesus, I know he went on. How? First of all, in order for a plant to grow, it has to die. The seed has to go into the ground. It's got to go in some soil. That's why he had to go into the hearts of the rocks, because it's all based off of premise. See, the stuff people believe, it don't make sense. It's all parallel to something natural. Man does not know anything ruach and spiritual. Man knows natural. So the only way to understand, to comprehend the logic of Elohim is that you would know something natural. Why do you think he called him his son? How do you understand a son? It has to come from a father. That's coming out from the father. He told you it came out from his father. The father is a ruach. So he used words as father because a father is a begotter. So since I am the one responsible for him, I will call myself the Abba. When a man that has kids is a father. So you understand me and his relationship. I am responsible for him. I'm the one that begot him. The father is the teacher of the child. That's why he said, my father taught me. How am I understanding the relationship between him and the spirit? I can't. I'm not spirit. I don't know what people do. This is why he had to tell me, what is it? Because I got to understand the whole premise. He's gone up, he went down. That don't make sense. If I'm going up, I go down. That's how I fell or whatever. You understand? Well, you understand a seed? You put it in the ground. It falls down. When a sower sow, what do he do? He throw them to the cloud. He already know. I don't care what they're going down. They're going down. And they're going to have to go down and take root. And that's how they come up. And that's what he did. He had to go down. That's why he had to die. People don't understand why he died for our sin. Yes, he had to die for our sin, but you understand it for the premise of that seed taken that you sacrifice to keep and let it die is because it can bring forth more and it can feed a multitude. That's how we benefit from him. Why he offered us his flesh. What is the purpose of me growing the wheat, the corn of wheat, so we can all partake of it? So that's how he got me to buy into the symbolism of eating his flesh. He is the seed. What is food used for? Nourishment and for life, for living. That's why I had to eat his flesh. He said, otherwise you don't have no life. People die with it. People die for starvation. We know this. So he let me understand, how detrimental is my state? Son, you are starving. Eat my flesh. Otherwise you don't have no life in you. These dumb people these folks eat booty holes. They don't know what they're doing because they don't understand the premise of why the man give you his flesh. He's a seed. The seed of Abraham. Let's see the Torah here. 3:16 Galatians. Because they'll think you're doing stuff, but you're really worthy of death because you have no understanding. Why would I be eating somebody's flesh? That's stupid. Unless it's symbolism to something. Except you eat my flesh. Then he said, except you drink my dung. What were we told about the dung from the Torah? Hands, 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 hands. I can't, all right. Let's go. It's been a while. What? Caillou what? That's what he told us. Life was in the blood. So why it makes sense for him to tell us to drink his blood? So you can live. So you can live. See, it all makes sense. These people just taking a piece of bread, eating it, and they're just drinking some wine. They have no idea why they're doing it. It's symbolism. Food is for nourishment. In the 4th chapter of the book of 1 Timothy, Aleph Barnabas, which is born of the Naba, born of the prophet, they would call it, his real name. And you look at it, he told her, if any consent, 6th chapter, I'm sorry, if any consent not to wholesome is what you'll find promoting essential. Promoted. So the word promote something essential. They put that on your cereal. They said a complete part of a wholesome breakfast. Because it means it's promoting something. There's something that his body does. What happens when you get promoted in school? You move up. Then guess what? The word moves you. Listen to it. 3:16 Galatians. Listen.
Now to Abraham
was
and his seed were the Shabbat made.
Listen what happened. And to Abraham was the promises made, and to his.
He saith not.
Hold on. Now to Abraham and to his
seed.
Sound like you had an S on it the first time. Did it sound like y'all had an S on it the first time? What that just mean? Did it sound like an S was on it the first time? It didn't. Who's trying to go to the mouth? I want to say I heard it S. Now, if you get there, and I'm not done, because I think I heard it now. So listen. So to Abraham, it's really the same way. And to Abraham were the promises, we say Shabbat, made, and to his
seed.
He
saith not into seeds as of many, but as of one, into thy seed, which is Mashiach.
That's what we looked at. He canceled out all the other seeds for one. For one. So Abraham had more than one. He had more than one grain. Hello? He had more than one grain. But the promise was to one seed. And how we understood it is the same way we look at it and we understand it with seeds. He said he didn't use all of them. He only took one. And you think about it, one seed can produce a multitude. Hello? If I plant one grain, they'll use corn for the seed. We know any ground. All I'm going to get is one ear.
Nope.
All I'm going to get is one kernel. I'm going to get a multitude from
That's
one.
right.
We understood that. Even when you look at, if you look at an ear of wheat, look at how many granules on it from one seed. That's how we knew he could do what he could do. That's how we knew he could do what he could do. When he told Abraham he was going to multiply his descendant, and you know what he said? He said, by faith. That's what he told Abraham, by faith. I'm going to multiply by faith. Huh? He told him to look up. For what? But you can't see it, though, because there's something, hope evidence of things unseen. That makes no sense. What am I comparing this to? Look at the kuka beans. Mm-hmm. You know where all the kuka beans come from that they call the stars? From the sun. The book declares, the scrolls declare that he made one great light. And from that light, every other light stemmed from it. So he allowed him to realize from Yatsakah. That's why she laughed. She laughed. That's his name. She laughed because I can't believe it. He got all that from one light. He gave Abraham something to consider. I got to be able to compare it against something. Why am I running around just believing something I can't compare it against nothing? That makes no sense. That's how they got to, just believe it because it's in the Bible. That is the dumbest statement ever. I have to be able to compare. Hold you guys. See that right quick. See that 1 Corinthians chapter 2 right quick. 2:7 2:9, probably 2:11. I won't. Let me see. 1 Corinthians 2:7, 9. I'm almost thinking 14, but we'll get it. Let's see. That's what 2 and 7. Listen what he said. Listen what we do.
But we speak the wisdom of Elohim in a hidden amok.
That's right, and a hidden truth. That's what a mystery is. They'll watch a mystery murder, it be hidden inside of a truth. That's how you find out who did it. They call it a mystery. It's a hidden truth. They say we're speaking it in a hidden truth. They put mystery. A wisdom.
Even the hidden wisdom, which Elohim ordained before the Olam unto our kabul.
Unto our glory, our kabul. Listen.
Which none of the Sari of this Olam knew.
For
that they known it, had they known it,
they
would not have crucified.
They would have never crucified the Adon of Kabul. They'd have never done it. Made no sense. Listen.
But as it is Qatar.
But see, as it is Qatar. Stop for a second. Back down for a second. Give me something to compare this to. Which none of the Sharim of this Olam knew, for if they had known it, they would not have crucified the Adon of Kabul. Give me a symbolism. Oh, I got two hands. I got an apostle. I got a Cam. No, Cam. And I got Carol. Indubitably. Who we going with? Cam. Y'all gonna get with Cam? We gonna go with brother. We gonna call him Brother Recovery. He been out for a minute for the kid. All right, Brother Recovery. Bam! Tell him why. They've done to be here. Can't quote it. Yeah. What he quote? He said, like, yeah, you know it. Get some more. Wait, y'all, how many of y'all don't know what he's talking about? He talked about like what he was talking about when he talking about lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their hearts, and they be converted. He said, then I heal them. Then you can also read that in the 12th chapter of the book of Yahusha that they call John, and about verse 38 through about verse probably like 37 through 40. Now, you can write that down, and when you read it, it has nothing to do with what we just talked about. But that been good, Brother Suffer. But you were good, though. That's what I'm talking about. You buy dead clothes. We got an apostle. Y'all go with the apostle? Who going with? Carrie said go with him. Who you going to go with? You said go with him? Yeah, him. That way give you a chance. Let me ask you a question. Was you thinking about the same answer he was thinking? Something different. Was yours right? I believe so. That's how you do it. Apostle. It is going to be right. How many of y'all got money on this? How many of y'all say it's going to be right? That's tight. What about the members? One member? Justin? All right, two of them. They are there. Look at Justin. I'm with him. You raise your hand like Kramer. All right, y'all going to go for this one? How many of y'all said, that's tight. Let's see. Go ahead. All right, let him go ahead. That's tight right there. That's tight. Let me listen. All right. So, because this is what you want to know, okay? Before you believe something, you need to have something you can compare it with to say it can happen, that the probability is there. You got it? We're dealing in probability with a lot of things because a lot of things they didn't know, so there were things they used to compare it with to say, this is a surety. And the surety they used was some Elohim had established. So he's shown himself to be Amunah in what he did before. Like he said, invisible things of Elohim are clearly seen, simply because the things he established are still here. They're still here. They're still sustaining. Regardless of whether what trees are still here. Grass is still here. Fruit tree, they're still, everything is still here. The Shamash hadn't gone nowhere, the Yared nor the Kukabin. The invisible, they're clearly seen. So we got to be able to compare this to know. He said there was none of the Sharim, which are princes, knew. For had they known, they wouldn't have done it. We got another hand? Two hands. I got now. Hold on, I got a now. I'm not. Am I gonna take these low-ranking brothers over an apostle? Oh, cares that he was before y'all guys. Let's see what happened. Hold on, let's see what happened. Let go, apostle. Bam! Tell them about the strength of Shamshun. It don't make no difference. Who told you they didn't know it? They just said so his strength was not known. Who been teaching you? No, you don't put that on me. That man said, hold on, I got carried around here. I got carried. Now they don't have to come with the answer. And I can prove mine now. I can prove mine. I just read with y'all, but I can prove mine. So I don't just throw it out my mouth now. I can prove what I'm telling you. Listen. No, yeah, you big man.
Use.
Who?
Use.
Who next? You next. Why you use him?
It's our king was they were the rulers.
Bam, give me some. Oh, you did right. He's exactly right. Yahusha. I don't know how y'all missed it. Listen, which none of the Shireen princes, remember, all 12 of them considered to be, if your Abba is a malak, an emperor, what you going to be? You'll be honored. So that's, listen, which none of the princes, the Shireen of this alarm knew. For if they had known it, they would never have crucified the Adon of Kabul. Remember, they took Joseph and put him in a hole and left him for dead. It was when they found him in Mizraim, they went back to regret what they did. They'd have never done it. And you remember Reuben told them, I told y'all to leave the boy alone. Yeah. See, what they have you believing because you read it makes no sense unless you can compare it. You have to be able to compare it with something new. They would have never done it. Remember, he kept telling them that I call a moose. I dreamed. I was over y'all. There were 12 sheaves. They were all, which sheaves were wheat that were bound together. That's what sheaf. He said the one sheaf stood up and the 11 all made obvious to it. They bowed down before it. They told him, listen, so you saying we're going to worship you? That's why they killed him, because they're like, we didn't see it. They're like, that's stupid. We'll kill you. What kind of foolishness is that? You ain't even in ranking when it comes down to birthright. How you think you're going to rule over us? But that's why they look. Had they known, they would have never done it. You see what I'm saying? See, that's good, Carrie. We'll take y'all 2 answers now. That's what I was going to say. What were you going to say? I was going to say Abraham. Abraham? Nobody killed Abraham.
We're not talking about when his wife got taken. When Malak took his wife.
Oh, no. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. He said, well, Abraham, what? You were going to say that too? When they took Abraham's wife? No. When the people, see, what would happen with that wouldn't make sense. When they took Abraham's wife, they didn't know it was Abraham's wife. Abraham told him, that's why he said it's my sister. Had he told him it was his wife, he was going to kill him for his wife, which means they knew what? Hand. I got one talking with a hand. Give me a hand that ain't talk. Give me a no talking hand. All right, I got colon hand. We got a colon. It ain't a hand, it's a colon. It's still a part of the body. Go ahead. Hold on for a minute. You didn't just hold up and say, let me get it right. Exactly. Shedding you, that's how you know adultery ain't new, adultery been here. Because he said, if they know you my wife, they're going to kill me. Right. Why was that? Because they knew you can't have another man's wife. That's before you got that in the Torah. What if folk got it from the Torah? Well, they knew that. They knew it didn't make sense. How you gonna have your wife and you living? That's why these people know they're wrong. They're in adultery today. These people so stupid. And the man told they're going to kill me if they know you my wife, telling you they know it's wrong to be with another man's wife while he living. I don't know what these people thinking about. They're stupid. Why Dawood kill Uriah? Why he didn't just look at, okay, under my law, I can still have you. You ain't got to be, whether you living or dead. Because he knew, I got to kill you. That's the only way it's going to make sense. And I got pregnant, I got to take you for my wife. We're the only people coming along with their food. See, even old people in the country had enough sense. When a woman got pregnant in the country, they were young, where they come down? You got to marry her. And Dawood knew, and I can't marry her while you living. When he knew she was pregnant, when he knew, I got to kill him. And I'm going to have to take this woman for my wife. Amazing, they let them old folk, they call them shotgun wedding, didn't it? Because they knew what them men tell them, you got to make an honest man out, you got to make an honest woman out of my daughter. They would call her honest. They would say, make an honest woman out of her. Now you got a lot of married old man, your granddaddies and grandma, all that stuff. My granddad got been married, they were 13. Your grandma got knocked up when she was 12. I don't run around here and get married no 13, no 12. Don't go where folk were knocked up. Folk try to look around there like that the first time they heard of young folk having sex. No 13, what you want a wife when you 11 years old? Shut your mouth. You want a toy. So that makes it, listen, which none of the Shurim or Disallam knew, for if they had known it, they would not have crucified their done of Kabul. Listen.
But as it is Katab,
That what?
eye has not seen,
Nor,
ear Shama,
neither,
have entered into the lob of Ish,
what?
the things which Elohim hath prepared for them that are Haba.
See that? He said we hadn't seen it, hadn't even entered into our law. So how would have had faith? It wouldn't make sense. Said we hadn't heard it and we hadn't seen it, hadn't even entered our law. So how you ain't seen it, heard it, and you got faith? He said, and he talking about, he said the thing he had prepared for them that are harboring. Why your eye need to see it? Since it's faith anyway. See, they know themselves this stuff don't make common sense. He just told it, I hadn't seen, ear hadn't heard it, neither had he even entered into the laws of Ish, the heart of a man Ish, what things Elohim had prepared for them that harb him. Now why these folks ain't got faith? Come on. 10, listen.
But Elohim hath revealed them unto us by his Ruach.
For,
The Ruach searcheth all things,
yea.
the deep things of Elohim.
See that? Now we're dealing with the deep things of Elohim. Let's see what happened. We're
For
going
what
to the heights
Ish-
and the depth. For what?
Ish knoweth the things of a Ish.
The things what a man knows is what things do a man know? He don't know anything spiritual. Ruach. He only knows the things that a man know. That's why everything he gave you, you'd be able to compare it against something that a man knows. It makes no sense to tell you now Ruach because you don't know nothing spiritual. You know everything natural, so everything he told you, you'll be able to compare it with something natural. So this teach you in your reading, it makes no sense. If you can't compare it against something natural, you shouldn't be believing it because you don't know that. That's outside of your comprehension. What did he just say you know? Listen.
Save the Ruach of Ish which is in him.
He says save, which is for accept the Ruach that's in him. He will feel like the Ruach in him is the things of a man. He said except for that. That's not you. That's not of you. That's the breath of Elohim. Got it? The things of a man you know your toe, your eyes, all the little con thing about the flesh. He said you don't know nothing about the Ruach. So let's see what he told you.
Even so, the things of Elohim
Listen. So the things also that are of Elohim
knoweth no Ish, but the Ruach of Elohim.
Let's see. Would that make sense that it's written in the Nabim, they all got to be taught of Elohim? Why would they all have to be taught of Elohim? See why it makes sense? Because you don't know it. Elohim is not flesh. In the 4th chapter, book of Yahusha 9:24, he said Elohim seeketh a Ruach. Elohim seeketh such to worship him. Elohim is a Ruach, and they that worship him must worship him in Ruach and in the Amat, in the truth. So that's why you had to be taught of Elohim. It makes no sense. You had to hear Elohim. You had to know these things because you're dealing with something that's Ruach, that's spiritual. You are carnal. You want to know the things of a man. So to give you the things that you can use to kind of understand the measure against, you have to be told about natural situation. Natural situation. Because you're a man. That's all you know. That's why I tell you about a wheat, corn of wheat falling in the ground. We're going to tell you about a spiritual man going in the ground. That don't make no common sense to you. Why you got to die? That don't make sense. He's spirit. Well, let me tell you about a corn of wheat. What happened when it dies? It brings forth life, doesn't it? So it makes sense. They don't think about it really cunningly. How does it make sense that a man died saved your life? Unless I'm getting ready to shoot you and somebody jump in front of you and they took the bullet. But how that give life to the rest of y'all? That's only to one. One grain of seed falling to the ground, people starving, the food you reap up, feed all these people. And saved all you from starvation. Now you say one came and saved many. All carnal, no spirit. All carnal, no spirit. And you understand, that one man died, came and saved us all. Gave life to many. They too busy trying to go to heaven. Another Greek place that don't exist. I dragged these niggas all up through them clouds. All them planes they went in, they ain't hit an angel foot yet. All in the cloud. Nigga tell me, this is where I'm going to be when I die. I'll take it and let you go and see how long you stay up there. The man going to establish his Malkut here on the rocks. You cannot say he's seen it coming down. I don't know where these folks, you still trying to go somewhere the man told you to go. He's going to establish his Malkut here. That's crazy. All right, let's see. So listen. Okay. We already read 11, 12.
sir.
Now,
We have received not the Ruach of the Elam,
but
the Ruach which is of Elohim,
that we do what?
might know the things that are freely given unto us
See
of
that?
Elohim.
See that? That's how we need the Ruach. That's why we got to know. That way you know what liberties. Free going to equate over to liberties. Because we receive the Ruach that's of Elohim, now we know what things belong to us. See, that's why these folk do stuff because they don't know what belonged to them. Hello? That's what he just told us, so we'll know what thing belonged to us. Adam and Korah went ate of a tree. Did that belong to them? So what Ruach did they receive? What Ruach did they receive? It couldn't have been one of Elohim. They had to receive the one of the world. That's why they did it. Because he said the one we receive from Elohim, we know the thing that are freely given to us. Let's see what we do. Listen. 13.
Which things also we speak.
Not in what?
The Dabarim, which each wisdom teacheth,
Not in the learned words of human wisdom, but
which the Ruach HaKadosh lamet.
he said in the doctrine is something taught of the Ruach. Comparing what?
Ruachni thing.
With what?
Ruachni.
With spiritual. I'm not comparing no spiritual with no common. That's stupid. We understand it. I use natural things so I get an understanding of how spiritual things work, but I don't compare spiritual with natural. There's no contest. That's going to be comparing the East with the West. They have nothing in common. They totally separate. You can't go west and come back east. You go west, you'll stay west. You can go northwest, southwest. You cannot go west-east or east-west. That's how far the man understands there from Elohim. Hello? I can go southeast or northeast. I cannot go east-west. Hello? See, all these things he gave us so we understand just how far off we are when we think. When you going in Kata'im sin, that you're going to be in Kudash with him. They too far apart. They can never be. East and west can't be together. Nor can north and south. Nor that which is corrupt can be with that which is not corrupt. See? I use natural context that we all know and we can all testify to. It's impossible. You cannot go north-south. You cannot go west-east. And you cannot be a sinner and be with Elohim. See how I did that? Now I'm comparing spiritual now. I just told you you can't be a son and be with Elohim. I start off with carnal, telling you how north and south can't be together and east and west can't be together. And I brought you right back spiritual, and that's how I understood that you cannot be a sinner and go and be with Elohim. Y'all got it? That's all it takes, a little time, honesty, and willingness if you're going to be saved. That's two.